So I'm not sure how this is going to work, but we're going to do a full video. If you want to watch it, you have to go to the main channel, I guess. But anyways, so last night I got a call about 10 o'clock. They had problems with their generator. This is the generator that we fitted a couple months back, and I went and serviced it just recently. This has had no problems, apart from this one all of a sudden. It's an electrical issue. Now, what's it doing is when it goes to start, it's not engaging the solenoid for the starter to engage. I shorted the solenoid and the starter motor turned over and the engine started. So, ruled out starter motor packed up or the engine being locked up, which would have been kind of concerning, but we ruled that out. I tested the voltage at the wire for the solenoid and it was a 4-point-something volts, which I think is a bit low. It should be 12 volts, being that it's a 12-volt system. Anyways, getting further afield from that, we then found some extra relays in the control board that one of them operates the other relay that starts the engine. Needless to say, I swapped them around and it made no difference. And then I decided to do it again and swapped them with another set that was in there and it started. We then played around with them for a while and never had a problem. So we couldn't really pinpoint what it was. So we then reset everything back to the way it was, put all the relays in the right places, tried again, and it still worked. So we didn't know what the problem was. So anyways, we left it running. They needed to charge their batteries up. These people deal with guests, so they needed power for the system. So that's what we did. We left it running. Anyways, today I got a phone call. Well, the other half decided to go to another farm to do some shopping because there's a store there and see a friend. So while she went there, I then decided to go and cuddle on the road for a bit, and I got a message from this farm saying that they've got problems with their generator. And I was like, oh no, not again. Thought we had it sorted, but hey ho. We knew we didn't have it sorted. We knew the problem was going to come back. We just didn't know when. But I couldn't go straight away, even though they messaged me at around 2 o'clock this afternoon. I couldn't go because we're down to one vehicle on the farm due to I pulled 3 of mine apart to build one. So had to wait till the other half got home. So cuddled around, got the vehicle semi-sorted, got all the back window pieces on, still got a bit of alignment to do, and then went in, had a bite to eat, and now I'm on the road. And we're going to do about an hour-and-a-half trip to the farm, and that's when we will start discussing on troubleshooting. Hopefully you enjoy the video, and we'll take you right through the whole thing. Sorry this beginning's a bit yabbly on, but I thought I'd give you a bit of a backstory on it, and we'll go from there. And like I said, if you like these full videos, comment, rate and subscribe. So let's keep it all sweet, and let's just enjoy what we get up to, and we'll get stuck into this vehicle. I've still got to drive for at least another hour, so I'll see you when I'm there. For you guys, it'll be like this. So here we have a generator, and if you bridge that solenoid, the bottom one, it'll start. But if you don't, it intermittently, this is where it will start, right? It'll intermittently, not gonna do it now. So it will normally come up with rest. I'm getting 13 volts to the solenoid. So I'm thinking maybe it's just a bad earth. So I don't really know what to do because it does it so intermittently. I've checked this, but I'm not happy with that connection. So I think I'm going to see if I've got enough crimps to be able to change that. And then, I don't know after that. I was also contemplating on maybe putting a wire from this onto this, because this is the earth, so they've isolated the earth, to see if it's these not getting a good enough earth. But then, saying that, it starts fine. It intermittently doesn't engage this solenoid, and I don't know why. I can only put it down to these connections because they're just shite. But I don't know if that's the case. Oh, we'll give it one more go and we'll try that. I was hoping to wiggle that while it was trying to do its thing, but it seems to want to start. Intermittently. You know what I mean? So it's the case of we're going to have to just sort it out. It done it twice when I was at you, before I started recording. And yeah. I don't know, but what we'll do is we will do our good deed, and we'll also check the connections, make sure all these are tight, because this whole thing does wiggle around. And we'll go from there. So we'll turn this, it's got a little light as well. We'll turn that off so we don't get the zippity zap. And we'll see if we can set you up somewhere. I don't know where exactly. I don't know how I'm setting you up so you can see what I'm doing. I don't have a tripod or anything, so bear with me. I'm going to see if I can get you set up somewhere so you can see what I'm going to do. Well, I'd love to show you how I've got this set up, but my phone is literally just balancing there. I think you can see what I'm doing, so I'm going to change this connection if I've got the crimps. But my crimps are outside and I forgot to bring them in, and I'm going to have to move you to go and get them. So we'll set you up like that. Hopefully you won't fall over. So, this is a little Yanma engine, and it is a beautiful little engine. Like everything nowadays, there are so many electrics on it. It's just makes you wonder if it's really worth that. But hey ho, what do we know? Right, so have I got the right connections? I've got these pushing connections, so we'll use them, I think. So we've got some of these, hopefully you can see. We're going to change it to them and see if it makes a difference. Can't say it will, can't say it won't, but we will find out in all due course. Somewhere in my bag of goodies I've got your circles. Right, so we're going to chop this off. Trying to keep the numbers in place. because the wires aren't hard. It's nice working on your machine sometimes. Probably should have bought my other cutters. Now, so because this is going to be the live feed going into it, we want to make sure that if you were to unplug it and try and start the engine, that this can't touch anything and become live. So we'll put this slightly covered in. I don't know if I should have peeled more back and clipped that, but we'll find out. We'll give it a tug test. She's good. Alright, now I'm going to need a pair of pliers to hold this one, because this wire's a little bit softer than the other one. And a bit shorter. Alright, and then we'll put this fella in here. I wonder if I should peel a bit more of that back and fold it over. She does shake a little bit when she goes to start, but then she does run really nice. It's just that she's keen to go. And no, I haven't isolated the battery, so if I touch it, she'll spin. So this is a Chinese engine, but I'm led to believe Yanma, but it's not a bad little engine. We gave it a service, and we gave it a full service. We changed every filter that we had, or that it has, and now we've got this nice connection in here. I should push it in nice and tight. No chances of that failing. Alright, so we've done that. We're really just doing anything we can just to eliminate the issues of what's what. That's tight. That's tight. Give these wires a little bit of a tug pull, just in case, you know, you never know. Even though I don't hear the solenoid actually click when it goes, when it doesn't want to do anything. I'm wondering if it's not an earth issue. I'm debating whether I shouldn't try and put another earth on, or whether I should try and having it connected to the starter motor is one thing, but not having an earth connected to that, you're literally relying on the starter motor. But then saying that, it's a new machine, like everything's shiny, but that is paint. That is snug, like, oh no, it's not snug, it does wiggle. We can give that a bit of a tighten. That's neat. Someone's used their spanners and haven't put them in the right place. I take it that's a 10. No, it's not. Where are you looking at? Must be an 8 then. Yep. Tighten that up. Not that it's really doing anything. I don't really like how they've got that clamped onto there like it is. I do generally think that we should be putting a better earth in. Have I got the facilities to be able to do that? Don't know. I do it near my friend. As we've got a proper terminal span. Yep. We will go and check. That's a 6. The spanner collection is great. They're all nicely colourful, but they're not in order in the box, so that's tight. That's tight. I think this one does the heater, but we'll check them just in case. Again, what else could it be? Let's have a look in the box and see what's in there. So here we have the box, and it was key 2 that was is the one that operates that solenoid that starts the starter motor. And we swapped them around yesterday and didn't make much of a difference. But what we can do is we can get a screwdriver, check all those connections, make sure they're good, and then we can go from there. Think this screwdriver might be a bit big? Yeah. Don't know if I'm going to have a screwdriver small enough to fit in there. In fact, I'm not going to have a screwdriver small enough to fit in there. Yeah, if anyone wants to sponsor me a nice screwdrivers and little stinky things for doing jobs like this, much appreciated. Alright, so let's check this one. That's tight. That's tight. Get a little turn out of them, but nothing what I would say concerningly loose. But we'll check it all. Well, that would be loose, there's nothing in it. Alright, now this one, because this must operate the... Oh, wait a minute, you're loose. Can't get to that other one unless I remove that other one, but that feels tight. But that one was definitely loose. 33. Let me just double check on this. That comes from the here. No, so we had it engaged in the solenoid, didn't we? Or didn't we not? There might be a chance that might have been the problem. We'll double check all these. Oh, if you really want to know, click, click. A lot of these are quite loose, to be fair. I know what half these relays do, mind you, but there we go. So we've got all that tightened. We'll grab a bigger screwdriver, check those connections. So this is DC and the rest is all AC supply. So this is for your water heater. And I don't know what these other AC ones do. I'm going to assume something to do with, well, that's in pissed. Why is that screw all pissed? And I'm going to say one of them is probably for the battery charger as well. Maybe. Live neutral, L1, LN. That's where your live and neutral goes. That gives it power. It's kind of weird really, because it's a small cable to have a big lot of power go through, but anyhow. Here's what it is. So we have that all in. Put the relay in the right way. Should see some lights up on there. Start her up, and if she fires up, then we'll say that's good. Coolant appliance. Generator at rest. So I'm going to say that's good. I smell diesel fumes. Does that mean... So I'll cut out the last bit of the clip, but I do apologise. I've done that with my phone. Silly me. My bad. Okay? I apologise. But anyways, we think we got it running. We're going to pack up our tools. We're going to head back home for another 2 hours. And hopefully this runs. We've probably been here for what? About an hour. Just going through everything, checking everything. It done it twice when I was here, and those twice times that it done it, I didn't have time to really check anything because that was the only twice it done it. By the time I worked out something, it started sorting itself out. So I think I've got it figured out by changing that connection, checking up all the connections in there. I don't think it will be in the wiring harness. It's a brand new generator. It's only got, let's have a look-see. Engine. Battery's good. 567 hours on it, but it's done 489 starts, which I think is quite a bit, really. I don't think that's really correct. Yes, I had 3 starts when we done it. I've probably done about 4 doing this, and then it normally runs for like 7 hours to charge the batteries up. And I suppose you do the math, that might be about right, maybe. But yeah, she's got another 213 hours to go and 28 minutes before the next service. So 16th of July 2027 at 7:58. Is that when I done it? Huh? Tells you the time and the date. That's pretty cool. So but that's when I done the service, and that was 500 hours. But we've now done it so that it's every 250 hours, because it says that on the maintenance schedule. So why that was set to 500 hours, we're not really 100% sure. But yeah, it's all good. It's a little 4-cylinder Yanma engine. Chugs away quite nicely. So we're going to let this finish doing its cycle. And we're going to head back home. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I apologise if it's not the quality that you guys would like, but let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this sort of diagnosis. I will do better video. If you enjoy it, I may even start getting the old GoPro back out again. You never know. It's one of those things, like, the thing is, it is time consuming, trying to set you guys up and get done. That's why I do shorts and normally do videos like once I'm at the end of doing stuff. But yeah, and just to let you know, I didn't know what was wrong with it, so I bought this to make cable out of if I needed to. I bought my hydraulic crimper to make up new battery leads. I bought my crimp set, my hydraulic crimps. So yeah, I done what I could with what I had, basically. And now it's time to tally on home and hope for the best. We have it fixed. I've let it sit for a while. Not sure if it makes a difference, because when I first come here it was running, and I shut it off and went to go and start again, and that's when it threw the problem. So we're still doing it, and then it fixed itself. So it's one of those things that's just a hit and a miss, I'm afraid. But there you go. I'll show you the settlement. I would tell you where I am and who it is, but I feel like that's a private and confidentiality thing. So, and I don't have permission to record, so I just literally do the recording of the engine. pretty much. But I do help them out. And yes, I know people say, oh, you've done a 2-hour trip for a 10-minute job, or you've done a 2-hour trip for an hour's job. It's not the point of the time, it's the point in the time that you spend to help someone. A favour here and a favour there, you know, it leaves the world in a happy place. So it's not the case of who does what and more. Right, let's see if this will do auto start. She's gonna start, man. She better start. If we look up here, it is what it is, and she's running, so again, hopefully this time for longer. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Tell us what you think in the comments below if you want to see more of these videos. It could be any time, any place. I'm more than happy to do it, but you've got to subscribe and get the numbers up and hopefully get paid subscriptions. I've got to make something from it if you want me to do better videos. In fact, it's very borderline whether I want to carry on because of it, because I spend quite a bit of time trying to remember to record things and do things, and I would like to do this permanently. So don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe. Let us know what you think down in the squiggle pit below. If you see anything that you want to have more detail on, let us know and we will go and have a look and give you more detailed up to date on it. Meanwhile, if you want to see what I've been doing with my rover, don't forget to watch all the shorts that are coming up. Yes, this is probably going to come out way beforehand. I do have the shorts on a schedule program, so I try and keep you in a reasonably good loop. And yes, it is painted, the back box is on, and it is in the process of getting painted, but you will see that through watching the shorts and the stages that we go. And if you haven't worked it out, try and guess the colour. And but yeah, we're getting there. We're still waiting for the turbo, which will be here in August. I've got soon, end of next week, once whatever stage the rover's in, I've got to stop. I've got a Parada to take the gearbox out and the rear axle off, so we might do some videos on that if you want it. And then once we get that done, we've then got a Bedford lorry chassis frame to modify and build up. So it's all go, 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 and sadly no rest for the wicked, as they say. So let's bimble home. So I think we got this sorted. Not 100% certain. In fact, not certain at all, to be fair. We found a couple of loose connections in the thing, so we replaced them, or tightened them. We replaced the connection on the solenoid to a newer style crimp that's better than those cheap nasty ones that you get that just seem to shake themselves loose. We've test run it, it ran, we shut it off, we've done it 3 times and it seems to be working fine. So I can't think that there's anything else going to be a problem other than it was a couple of loose connections. Whether they were not tightened in the factory or whether they were shaken loose by the engine, we will find out in all due course. If they do come loose again, I might consider of maybe either putting Loctite on that one just as a trial, or see if I can get some little lock washers to get it sorted. I've got one of these Clark battery testers things, and it is what it is, really. It's okay. But basically it's just a voltmeter, especially if you chuck it around like that, it absolutely loves it. But what it is good for is if you are doing a job and you want to keep your battery meter, your voltmeter thingy, it'll tell you the voltmeter, but if you go onto alternator, it will also tell you that the battery's charged. I don't really worry about that bit too much. I normally just focus on the battery. And the reason being is that this will switch off when there's no power, switch on when there is power. So if you're doing a job, like for me and that relay, and I couldn't decide whether there was power, going in the right places or the wrong places. So all I did is clipped it to there, and I knew there was power going to there. And I didn't have to worry about trying to hold things. It's just crocodile clips. I've also got a cigarette lighter thingy that you can plug into a cigarette lighter, but I don't really use it that often. But also, same again as if I was trying to work out when it was getting power to come in, I just clipped it to this relay here, and then when the Jenny went to start, it would light up and let me know. Vice versa with, if I had it on there, if it goes to do anything, if this doesn't light up and I hear this click, then I know there's no power getting to that. But if it lights up and I hear it click and it doesn't do anything, then I know the problem's in there. So it's a good little tool for simple little things. I like it. It's handy. Nice to have in your bag. Yeah, another thing I do like, which is very handy, is I got one of these Draper laser thingies, and if you were to point on that, it would tell you that it's at 48.7, and the radiator is 52. So I would have thought that would have been warmer than that. Oh no, maybe not. So it's nice to be able to go around, get temperatures. It's also good if you've got electrical connections and you're trying to track down. That's how I found my bad I bug it up. I've held the phone wrong, haven't I? You bloody idiot. And we're back. Failed to start once again. So it wasn't the connections. So now we're going to try and work out what it is. So bear with me, I'm going to hunt around and then I'll just explain to you what I think it is, because I'm going to check every connection in here first. So we've got this relay here clicking in. This is crank 2. So now we're going to look at this one and see what's here. I'm thinking... So after process of elimination, this relay does not work, and this relay sticks, and this is your starter relay. We went to go and swap them over so we could use this one because this is for the heater, and it doesn't work either. So these two relays kind of need replacing. We're going to see if we can find some 12 volt relays, heavy duty relays, and see if we can make it work, and then we'll go from there. All that supply.